guys, straight here. So today I'm going to be releasing my 100 4-wide region bust. It's a pretty nice cannon for busting, obviously. If they're like the type of people who just like patches one, little thing like that of obsidian, then you can shoot around it. And it's also good for getting through Minechat regions, or however you want to call them. I don't know what offsets, I guess, offset regions. But I've already got everything copied, I think. Copy / paste. Oh, alright. So I'm gonna go and shoot this thing really quickly. And you should see, I think I put a pretty big scatter on this thing. Yep, pretty nice scatter. So I think that's like a 40 block scatter. Anyway, this, whenever it comes to this game, will be in a will be on the last row, the 4th row. So it'll shoot right here. But if you guys want to adjust it, like if you want to adjust it to, I don't know, the 1st row, all you have to do is, for the 1st row, everything else is really simple. Everything else, all you have to do is like, alright, say you wanted to do it on the 2nd row. Actually, you don't even have to do that. You just go like this, and that's it. And then it'll shoot on the 2nd row, and then same thing, 3rd row, or I'm sorry, this is the 3rd row, and then the 4th row you don't put anything. But for the 1st row it's a little bit different. All you have to do is do like this again, but then you flip the trapdoors out. Takes like 2 seconds, and then there you go. Now you should be good to shoot at the 1st row, which should hit right here. And go ahead and fire it really quick to show you guys. It's got reusable cobwebs as well, so all my cannons have reusable cobwebs, unless they, obviously absolutely have to not have them, but I don't think that's the case. So yeah, I just thought I'd release this really quickly. Excuse me. I thought I'd release this really quickly, just for you guys that want to bust Minechat regions. And also in just a second we'll cut over to a part on how to bust Minechat regions. I'll go ahead and set up some Minechat regions and show you guys what you do to bust them. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to bust Minechat regions. So like I said, we're gonna be shooting. This is like how the cannon is gonna be set up whenever you first get it as a schematic. It's gonna have the normal guider, normal everything. Trapdoors will be flipped back. So you should, whenever you're cannoning through a base, you should be lined up with it like this. So the very edge of your barrel should be lined up with the indent in the wall. That's how you have to cannon these things. That's why you need a floating barrel, is because you have to cannon right here in the indent of the wall. You can't cannon on these little 2 blocks here. You have to cannon right here. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do this. So this is the schematic you'll get. So all you have to do, disable the scatter. You're gonna need to put a red sand here, which is gonna actually, don't do that for now. So you're gonna disable the scatter. Then you're going to change the hammer ticks to exactly what I'm doing right now. Change that to an extra 4 and change that to an extra 4. Now that is, I think, all you need to do. So this will get our pre-stack going. Pretty much that means that we'll be shooting right here and we'll be stacking lower than we usually would. So that's the pre-stack. So we're going to shoot the cannon. And you guys should see that we should stack pretty low on the wall, like that. And then if you line up with the 2nd block on your barrel, so 1, 2 tall, you should line up with the red sand. So that's perfect. Now what we want to do is we want to go over to our slab bust, put a 1 repeater in, and then after you put that repeater in, change the ticks of the hammer back to normal, and then enable the red sand on your slab bust right here. That's all you gotta do. Just place a red sand there. That's all you gotta do. And then you'll see right here that you need, where is it? Trapdoor and slab. So if you go up from your barrel, your red sand and your slab bust should be right here, the 1st row. So don't change anything, just put the slabs there. That's it. So your first row will have slabs. Your second row will have trapdoors. Whoops. Second row will have trapdoors right there. And that's your sand comp. So if you go straight up from your sand comp, that is trapdoors right there. And then the third one, which is your hammer right here, should have no guider on it whatsoever. So now this should be ready to region bust. So leave the red sand on so that you don't have to change guiders. You'll see what I mean in a second. So we'll go ahead and shoot this thing. So what you should see is this stack gets destroyed and another stack stacks right after it, so it pushes lava into the wall. There you go. And obviously regions aren't enabled on MineLink, but it's the same idea. The wall just gets blown up and the sand stacks in the same tick, pretty much on the same redstone tick, so it pushes water into the lava and makes obsidian. And to get through this stack, actually, I don't know where that red sand went. Usually the red sand falls back on top of the stack in just a second, but I guess it went over world height. So to get through this here, watch carefully what I do. So we're going to change the guider back, remove the slabs, but on top of changing the guider back, you also want to lower this down by 1 and lower this down by 1. So now your hammer should be on a block, and your slab bus and everything, and your this should be 2 blocks down. So now whenever you shoot your cannon, it should hit here, and we can do this. So turn back on the hybrid, go ahead and paste in the sand. If you need the slab bust, actually you should need the slab bust because you know you already threw that wall. So turn the slab bust off, turn the slab bust red sand off. You don't have to do that, but just turn it off. And you should be good to go. Now that you got your scatter re-enabled, you should be able to scatter through this wall just fine. So this is just using a normal cannon, except lowering the guider by 1, or else it would clip. So now you should see right here. Boom. So we scattered that wall, and now we're good to go on to the next region wall. So this one will require us shooting at the second row. So let's just go ahead and change our guider back here. Like this. And no guider on the hammer. And this is our normal guider, so change it back to your schematic pretty much. Open up your schematic, just change it back to this is exactly how it should look. Everything is the way that the schematic shows, and you're all good. So once you do that, you're going to need to do the same process again. Just figure out what row it's on, so like get your coordinates, figure out who's at the wall, and get your coordinates obviously. Then you're going to want to make your barrel on this right here. So whenever you go here, we're at this coordinate on the X value. So you want to figure out, you know, where exactly the other indent in the wall is and shoot right there. So same process, we just get the sand and then change our hammer like this. And I think that's all. So now, oh, also turn off your scatter. And then you're ready to shoot. So pre-stack again. Should see it coming right here. Pre-stack's a bit lower. And whenever the red sand falls, you should be able to see we're lined up with the second part on the barrel. That's good. Same process. Paste O. I'm going to go ahead and enable the slab bust. Enable the slab bust red sand, which is what allows the slab bust to make it hybrid, because usually slab bust isn't hybrid, obviously. Oh, no, keep that guider in. And then all you have to do for this, change this to a slab, change this to a trapdoor, just like you did before, sand comp on a trapdoor, and this on a slab. And your hammer should be on nothing, so this is your hammer, should be on no guider. And now you should be ready to region bust. Let me make sure. So yeah, obviously you need to change your ticks back. But after that, should be good to go. So now as you should see, the wall will break, and on the same tick it will stack another one. There we go. And yeah, that's exactly what should happen, guys. So hopefully this helps you. you know, people say, you know, Minechat region walls are like so OP, you know, things like that, but really they're not. They're really easy to get through, and with this cannon that I'm releasing right now, you'll be able to get through, you know, any offset region wall with the tutorial that I use, as long as you follow it properly, you skim the cannon in properly, everything like that. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and if you really, you know, liked the video, please drop a like on the video, and I'll see you later. Peace.